When you think you're finally getting better, but then the flashbacks start coming back again. And not just little memories. I'm talking about the kind that hit you out of nowhere. The kind that make your chest feel heavy. The kind that ruin your whole day in seconds. 1 minute you're laughing, trying to heal, trying to move forward. And the next, you're back in that moment all over again, hearing the words they said to you, remembering how alone you felt, remembering how badly it hurt. And the worst part is, you thought you were over it. You really did. You thought all those nights crying yourself to sleep were finally behind you. You thought maybe, just maybe, you were becoming okay again. But healing isn't as simple as people think it is. People act like healing is this straight line. Like one day you wake up and suddenly nothing hurts anymore. But that's not real. Some days you feel strong. Some days you finally smile without faking it. Some days you start believing your life is changing for the better. And then one small thing happens. A song, a smell, a place, a message, a random thought at 2 a.m. And suddenly your mind drags you right back into the pain you tried so hard to escape. And nobody sees it. That's the thing about flashbacks. Most people around you have no idea it's happening. You could be sitting in a room full of people, and mentally you're somewhere else completely. Somewhere darker. Somewhere painful. You start overthinking everything again. You start questioning yourself again. You start hearing every insult, every argument, every painful moment replaying in your head like some broken movie you can't pause. And honestly, it gets exhausting pretending you're okay after that. Because people think time fixes everything, but sometimes time just teaches you how to hide the pain better. Sometimes you become so good at acting normal that nobody notices. You're struggling again. You still smile. You still reply to messages. You still post online, but deep down, your mind is fighting battles nobody can see. And it hurts when people say things like, just move on, as if it's that easy. As if your brain can simply delete trauma like clearing photos off a phone. If it were that easy, don't you think you would have done it already? Nobody wants to keep reliving the worst moments of their life. Nobody wants random memories ruining peaceful moments. Nobody wants to feel scared of their own thoughts. But that's what happens sometimes, especially when you spent so long pretending things didn't affect you. Because eventually, everything catches up to you. All the pain you ignored, all the emotions you buried, all the nights you said, I'm fine, when you were actually falling apart. It catches up, and suddenly you're crying over things you thought you healed from months ago. Sometimes I hate how memories work. Because why can I remember painful moments so clearly, but struggle to remember the happy ones? Why do bad memories stay louder? Why do they replay more? And then you start blaming yourself. You start wondering if maybe you're too sensitive. Maybe you're weak. Maybe you'll never fully heal. But trauma changes people. Pain changes people. Especially the kind you had to survive alone. That type of pain stays with you longer, because nobody helped carry it. You had to hold all of it by yourself. And people don't realize how tiring that is. Being strong all the time is tiring. Pretending you're okay is tiring. Trying not to break down in front of people is tiring. And some nights, you just sit there staring at the ceiling thinking about everything. Thinking about who you used to be before life hurt you this badly. Before trust issues. Before anxiety. Before overthinking every little thing. Before you became emotionally exhausted. I miss the version of me that didn't overthink every text. The version of me that didn't panic when people got distant. The version of me that didn't feel scared to get attached. Because once you've been hurt enough, your mind starts preparing for pain even when nothing is wrong. And that's such a lonely feeling. Wanting love. Wanting comfort. Wanting peace. But being terrified of getting hurt again. So you keep everything inside. You stay quiet. You isolate yourself. And then people call you distant without realizing. You're just trying to protect what's left of your heart. Sometimes I wish people understood how hard healing actually is. Because healing isn't just feeling better. Healing is waking up every day and fighting thoughts that want to drag you backwards. Healing is trying not to let your past destroy your future. Healing is learning how to live with memories you never asked for. And honestly, some days I'm proud of myself for surviving. Even if I'm still hurting. Even if I still have flashbacks. Even if I still cry sometimes when nobody's around. Because the truth is, I could have given up a long time ago, but I didn't. I'm still here, still trying. Still hoping one day my mind will finally feel peaceful again. And maybe healing doesn't mean forgetting what happened. Maybe healing just means the memories stop controlling you someday. Maybe one day the flashbacks won't hurt as much. Maybe one day you'll think about the past without feeling like you're drowning in it.